I was in the library's maze-like restricted section, searching for a source on ancient civilizations, when my fingers brushed against a dusty, leather-bound journal. The air felt colder as I pulled it from the shelf, a forgotten relic that seemed to whisper in silence. As I opened it, my eyes skimmed over entries that described the final days of people, none of whom I recognized. Each sentence was a chilling snapshot of their lives spiraling into darkness. I felt a creeping dread as I realized the entries were dated, each one eerily close to the present day. My heart skipped. One entry was dated tomorrow. The first entry I read detailed a woman who became inexplicably paranoid, convinced she was being watched by unseen eyes. Her paranoia escalated until she vanished without a trace. Another described a man who found himself trapped in his own home with no way out. He scribbled his last words as shadows swallowed him whole. As I read on, each story became more grotesque and macabre, as if the journal fed on the despair it documented. My hands trembled as I turned the pages, desperate to stop but compelled to know more. I couldn't ignore the growing sense of an unseen presence around me, the shadows in the room seeming to pulse with a life of their own. The air felt heavy, charged with an uncanny energy that made my skin crawl. My breath hitched as I reached the final entry, or what should have been the final entry. It was blank. Yet, as I stared, words began to etch themselves onto the page, forming a narrative I recognized all too well, my own. The ink bled and spread like a living thing, describing my discovery of the journal and the dread now coiling within me. In a panic, I slammed the journal shut, its thud echoing like a closing coffin lid. But it was too late. I felt an icy breath on my neck, heard a whisper that wasn't my own. The library lights flickered, throwing the room into a strobe of darkness and light. My reflection in a window twisted into something unrecognizable, a harbinger of my own demise. The journal lay on the table, waiting for its next victim, the cycle of fear and fate continuing, inextricably bound to those who dared open its pages.